Hey YouTube, this is Team Pyramid, Corey speaking, and Jacob filming.
Howdy.
We're opening about seven packs of Magic the Gathering, uh, spanning the most recent sets. So it's all standard still until the next set comes out, and I think it's the next set comes out, and that pushes one of them back into modern.
Couldn't tell you.
Anyway,
Ross is the best person to ask for that.
so we're basically going to open them from right to left. Starting from the Dominarias, since there's more of them, and then opening the rest of them in order of release. And I'm going to be opening them upside down
And
so the camera can see them.
the next time we'll be opening packs is a full case of Amonkhet, and we'll be also doing a draft with that set as well. So there'll be a few of us doing a draft with it.
I got Elemental Token with Trample and Haste 3-1. So, they've changed that a bit. Swamp. So, comments first. We have Warlord's Fury, a really good 1-drop, because you're getting a card for it, and creatures you control gain first strike until the end of the turn. I'd say that's a pretty good card actually, just in general. Mammoth Spider, Reach, 3/5 for 5. Is flying quite common in your set? Well, this is going to be interesting as we talk about.
Like I said, Ross is the guy to ask. I thought I'd try this with us too.
Fair enough. I used to play Magic a lot, and then, well, Magic's expensive. In fact, card games are expensive, so I stopped playing it for a while. Stronghold Confessor, I'm not a big fan of them.
I run four of them in my rat deck.
I can see why you would, but
I would use it for the kicker.
that's the problem. It's like 4/4 get a 3/3. Who
I use
has menace?
Yep.
Yeah. I'd rather probably just play the 1 and go for that. We have the Coldwater Stamper, Hexproof. This creature cannot be target all spells or abilities your opponent's control. That's not too bad actually. 6 for a 4/5 that's got to be beat down. Quite a good defender actually. That's a bit expensive. Human Archer, we have Devon Trapper.
I've noticed historic is quite a bit of a new thing.
Yeah,
I think it's old but new at the same time.
it's mostly enchantments, isn't it? It's like you put counters on or something.
Couldn't tell you 100%. I know that in the deck that I'm actually building,
Yeah.
it's got quite a bit of.
Okay.
I think it's because they wanted to make, because this is Dominaria. Dominaria was one of the first sets, and obviously they've been through the wars and everything in Dominaria, and they've now come back to it. So they wanted to make sure that you felt part of the history as well as in part of the actual new cards and everything.
It's not too bad. Get it? Huh. Get a Lava Runner. As long as there's 2 or more.
Human Wizard.
Yeah. Instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. He gets 1/1. Plus 1. He's not bad for a 1/2.
And a single drop.
Yeah, 1/2 for 1. So and the fact it's just 2 things in the graveyard. It's not even a case of.
You normally for a single drop get a 1/1, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
It's the what you call it, CMC test.
We're saying he's not bad, but he could actually be utter pish.
Well, not really. I mean, he's in a red deck. If you're not going for anything particular, for a common, it's a 1 for a 1/2, which becomes a 2/2, and has haste for 1. That's still not that bad. You could probably get him minimum turn 3 if you're not running any mana ramp to get that 2/2.
Yeah.
When you summon him, so it's still not.
Well,
bad
if you're
for
running
one.
it with blue, then to be fair.
Or if you run with green, you get enough mana ramp, and you could probably
Straight
get him out
away.
turn 2 anyway
Yeah.
with that. So yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Gideon's Reproach deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. It's a 2 that's an instant, it's not bad.
For 4 damage now, you're going to run 4 of them in a standard deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's good just to even
the playing field.
Yeah, and if you've always got that 2 mana up and you're running a white, it can leave a lot of people to determine whether or not they really want to go in with like their 4 health guy.
You generally do with white though, leave up mana, don't you? So it's
Yeah.
you like trawling your opponent.
White blue is the best for that
Yeah.
because you're generally running a lot of infants. Navigator's Compass. When Navigator's Compass enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. It's not bad for a 1-drop. And at end of turn, target land you control becomes the basic land type of your choice in addition to its.
It's pretty good actually.
That's something that might be worth running in your other deck.
My life gain deck.
That and your 4 colour deck that you want to run.
Very true.
Because that way you're basically guaranteed at least 2 colour.
Yeah.
Rather than relying on a lot of the double mana.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Have that in my rat deck.
With a fungal infection.
Yeah. I have it for the tokens.
Yeah, it's not a bad card for one. Kill a 1/1, get a creature as well. Artifact Close. Oh god. Guardians of Coilus.
Enters the battlefield, you can return another target historic. Yeah, that thing.
So again, historic things you're looking for particular. I just don't know how common historic is to know if these things really warrant their play.
In this set, in Dominaria, quite big.
No, but it's, even in standard, are they getting played enough to warrant something like that? I mean, it's still 5 for a 4/4 that can be run in any deck. So
I don't know. Let us know in the comments below that if people are running in standard quite a lot of the historic.
And now the uncommons. We have Memorial of Folly. Memorial of Folly enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1. I don't like things like that. I don't like land that you sacrifice unless you're getting big returns for it. And that's just a target creature from your graveyard to your hand for 3. People might think it's worth it. Maybe the mono black deck it's not too bad because
it's a bit slow though.
Yeah, I mean it's when you're playing like or doing double lands where it's tapped and then you have 2 colours. I'm not a big fan of it. Uncommon, Elfheim Druid. It's very
good.
Scottish. 0/2. There's your mana ramp.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty damn good.
And the second effect's not too bad if you're running
kickers.
Quite a kicker heavy deck. I'd probably say only if you're running a kicker heavy deck.
The elf deck that Ross is building.
That's kicker heavy.
Yeah. Legendary creature.
Yes. Trample, always good. 3/3 for 3, so it passes your CMC, so everything else from there on is a bonus. Most notably the trample, though I don't imagine a 3/3 is going to trample through much. Whenever you cast a spell, that spell is kicked. So there's another one of your kicker things. Then hammer deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 characters. That's actually not bad to each opponent as well. It's pretty good for a commander deck.
Yeah.
And any sort of multiplayer. And finally the rare. The Gilded Lotus, which is add 3 mana of any 1 colour. Wow, so they basically brought back Black Lotus.
However, have you seen the cost? It is good, but for 5,
Yeah.
you're going to want that in a green deck to get the mana ramp to get it out fast,
Yeah.
and then use it for the extra mana ramp as it gives you in general.
I think at that point, again, it's good for a kicker deck, just because it's going to be a lot of extra mana. So, not even a token. I wish these should always be tokens.
They used to be, didn't they?
No, they only brought in tokens quite late on. I think it was after the Ice Age.
So what pack's this?
So this is Amonkhet. And same again. So we have our Winged Shepherd. For a 6/3/3, that's pretty bad. But Flying Vigilance. I think Flying's generally an extra 1 and Vigilance is about...
It's got cycling as well.
I don't like cycling. It's not bad, but it just feels like... So you drew this card too early so you can bin it.
From what I heard with Amonkhet, that was a whole idea though, is to get things to the grave.
Yeah. So maybe it just works better that way, but in general, I don't like things like that. Essence Scatter, slightly worse than the regular counter. I know that is it Ixalan or the previous set before that, the Aether stuff, There was ones that was like non-creature spell for 2 for blue.
Yeah, no, I know which one you're on about.
I
It
don't-
was they brought back was it Devastation?
I think so. I'm not a big fan of the counter spells which do one or the other, especially for only one less. I mean, it's a lot of extra deck space you're having to use to hopefully stop something that they play. Suppose it's not too bad late game when they play something big, but not my kind of thing. Again, a big beast. 6 for 6/4 with cycling. But I say my words on cycling. Exile target artifact or enchant.
That's always good.
Yeah, I'd rather that for the 3.
You'd rather that than have the cycling on it.
Because that gets rid of the god stuff as well. Because
Yeah.
they're always enchantments or artifacts. So,
Yeah, they're normally legendary enchantments, aren't they? And then
Yeah.
that turn into a big beastie monster.
but they still have the enchantment tag.
Yeah.
So you can still get rid of them. And for 3, and in a commander deck, you can still run Oblivion Ring on top of that. So, yeah. I think anything that's got Invincible should be banned from being a commander.
Yeah, because it's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's basically you've got to exile it and now it's going to be able to bounce back anyway, so what's the point?
And you know, people in the comments are going to go, "Well, the actual player can choose whether it goes to the graveyard or not."
Yeah, I believe we're going to do that.
So we've got a cat as well.
Literally just a cat. Whenever initiates companion deals damage to a combat damage to a player, untap target creature or land. It's not too bad for a 2 that can basically untap a big thing.
It's dying pretty much instantly though.
Oh,
with
yeah.
a 1.
Like, anyone will ping it with something. Minotaur Cleric, whenever you cycle or discard a card. Pitiless, sorry. Vizier gains indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah.
It's a 4. I mean, you're more playing it for the 4 attack
Yeah.
at that point, so
It's a sitting target with lightning bolt though.
yeah. But that's why it gets
Lightning strike,
indestructible.
sorry.
Let them cast their indestructible, then just
Yeah.
cycle. What's this? Looks at Rubber Shrine. Gain a life point, put a black counter on it. Gain 2 life, activate this ability only if there are 3 pricked outs. Oh, so yippee, you can pay 1 less and get 2 instead. It's not too bad, I suppose.
Let's be honest though, the artwork is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've always thought Magic's artwork's really nice.
Especially this Amonkhet set where it's based in like deserts in Egypt. It's pretty cool.
I think they played a risky move because deserts aren't very interesting.
But they've done it quite well.
Yeah, it's you gotta like make sure when you're doing it you do it good because I mean who really cares about an empty vast sea of sand? I know the Christian Hayden hates him.
Oh, I can't remember.
The guy from Star Wars. Insert your Anakin Skywalker here. When you cycle, discard Horror of the Broken gains +2/+1 to end of turn. 5 for a 6/5. That's not too bad.
So it gets the recyclability as well.
Yeah, again, I don't like the fact you're having to do something else before.
Then there's the land evolving white walls.
Such a ready for a basic land card and put it in the battlefield tap. And that's not bad.
Every set's bringing them in now.
The only problem with it I have is it's a land, so you have to play that to
You have
break
to
it to get another land
It's
card.
giving you literally no advantage.
Yeah, you might as well have just got a land card.
Yeah.
Upside is if you are playing one
you're
to play
playing dual-
Sunburst
yeah.
or 4 or something.
Or if you're running a dual mana deck and you've only got all of one colour.
Yeah, it's not very, and I don't think it's a very good card. So I mean, they can keep that and shove it where the sun don't shine. Oh, and another swamp card as well.
Full art though. Full
Yeah.
art.
I always like the full art ones. My favourite ones were the panoramic art from Morrowind Shadowmere block, where all the lands were you could basically put them side by side and they made one big picture.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I don't think they did it with any other sets recently. Hooded Brawler, you may exert Hooded Brawler as it attacks. When you do, get +2/+2 till end of turn. I don't know what exert is. An exerted creature won't untap during. Oh. So pay 3 to basically make it a 5/4, but you don't get to use it for a turn.
Which isn't really that great.
It's not. I mean, it's not too bad when it's a 5/4. It could be enough to get around the big thing, or stop something smaller from blocking you. Uncommons, return up to 2 target cards with your with cycling from the graveyard to your hand. So I mean that's pretty good with a lot of the stuff we have seen with cycling.
Yeah, because
Um,
it seems to be the Amonkhet is really focusing on cycling.
yeah, I might what you call it, retract my comment previously on recycling when there's things like
No,
that.
no, it's been said now.
But I mean it's still a 4 for 2.
YouTube official, you can't recycle.
So I mean you're still paying 4 to get 2 cards back, so you can chuck them back in the graveyard. It's not particularly good. This on the other hand is 4/3 trample, and other creatures you control have trample.
For free as well.
Yeah, he passes CMC and you just don't attack with him. Like you just
You just literally use this other creatures you control get
yes.
trampled.
So it's up to your opponent to really get to you. We have when Exemplar of Strength enters.
But 2-drop 4/4.
That's always a bad sign. And there it is straight away. Put -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. So all you do for that is take your 1-drop and just pile 3 on him and kill him off. And whenever he attacks, remove a -1/-1 counter, and if you do, gain 1 life. Yeah, I would just drop them all in a 1/1 creature. There we go. I killed it off, and I still get my 4/4 for 2. That's a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest.
And these little dodgy cards.
Yes, the fighting flights and things like that. The split cards were in Ice Age as well, I think.
These ones you play from the grave. You play the first bit, and then the second bit triggers as soon as it goes into the grave. You can play.
Yeah.
No, it don't. It's not as soon as it goes in, but you can play it from the grave.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I've never been a big fan of these ones. Well, tell a lie. I like the other ones, like Growth and Rebirth and whatever they were called, like Smash and Burn or Slash and Burn. It was the same, except it was you get to pick one of the 2 options when you play it.
Yeah.
So you could run it in, say, an all red deck, or you could run it in an all blue deck for whatever effect.
For a rare, it's not exactly great.
Untap target creature, it gets +2/+2
That
and
bit's
life.
good, but the second bit.
Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. That's good. It's good because 1, you get to pick when you want to fire it in. 2, it means that they're not actually tapping. It's just a case of your thing's going to destroy their thing because you're going to pick it on something that can destroy.
Still got 5 packs.
Yep. So Dominaria. I do apologise a bit for the slowness when I open these. I've not seen these for some time.
Don't apologise. They'll watch it.
I will speed through any doubles such as Mana Spider,
Holy crap! This is like a pack that we've already
there
had.
we go. Llanowar Envoy.
Another mana ramp.
It's not even. It's 4/2 get a mana of any colour, so it's not mana ramp. It's a conversion. It's basically a prism,
Oh, fair enough.
but an expensive prism. Academy Drake. That's not too bad. Flying of the Academy Drake was kicked. It enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 cards on it.
So it turns into a 4/4.
I've noticed a lot of the kicks are just plus counters. I think some of the spells are different. They'll actually get a real effect out of it. I'd rather something a bit better than just +1/+1 counters.
To be fair, it's a flying though as well.
Yeah.
And I like the fact in this they've actually done a little nod to the older set. If you look, who that is back there?
Isn't that a building?
That's Tellurium.
Yeah.
The Tellurium College, the Tellurium School.
Ah, fair enough.
Run,
Deathbloom Pavilion.
run that in my rat deck for the token.
Pretty good one. I mean, it's a 3 for 3/2 that gives you something back for it.
We've got that. We've already seen that
Have
one.
I? What is it? 6. I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
5/5 trample. I mean,
For
there's not
6.
much more to say about it. It's pretty good for the cost, I think. Fiery Intervention.
Fiery Intervention deals 5 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact. That's good for a 5.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a bit costly, but it's still a good sorcery.
I don't see the destroy target artifact getting used much, so it's going to be dealing the damage to target creature.
Commander, I reckon it'd be more of a
Yeah, you're right.
because of the fact of obviously like they have the Soul Ring and
So here we go with our uncommons. We have Enchant Permanent. Enchanted Permanent has Hexproof. That's pretty good. So yeah, anything that can stop being affected by spells, things that like I don't know, the trample 5/5, they can't just kill or obliterate, or even attaching it to something that's indestructible, just making it purely unkillable. So they have to do something to destroy target aura, then destroy the actual creature.
I've just noticed which playmat you've got.
Yeah.
You've got the one based around the Japanese art.
An enchanting permanent leaves the battlefield. Was historic. Draw 2 cards.
There you go. It's coming back in with a historic as well.
Still haven't seen a historic card though. Just cards talking about historic. Trample, Champion of the Flame gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. I don't like that. It takes a while to build up. Though you do get him quite early on because he's a 2-drop.
I think he'd burn out pretty quick.
I'm a bit disappointed for you.
Legendary creature.
Flying Never Urugos, the empty one, deals combat damage to a target player. That player discard a card at random. If the player can't draw, or can you draw a card? That's not too bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, 6 that lets you get a bit of a draw.
From mono black commander.
Yeah.
Probably better out there, but
The rare.
And we have the rare again. That's 2.
And again, swap and token is the construct.
Right. That's it for this part of the video. Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah, that was a bit of a